Everybody check in. See how this goes here. Jill, how you doing? Everybody check in. It's a little windy. I'm going to put the mic on in a second. Everything clear. Is everything coming in loud and clear? Loud and clear. Oh, Concordia, dang. Dang, Concordia. Thanks. Skirt. In front of the courthouse? Yeah, she skirted right on through. Alright, it sounds great. Thumb up. I'll put the microphone on. It's a little windy, but I wanted to make sure we get the stream up. Lima Charlie. We're live on multiple platforms. We'll go over to the other side of the street in a second. I just want to make sure. Let's see. Alright, I think it's working on all the platforms now. Whoa, I don't know what's going on with X though. That's crazy. Why does X look like that? I don't know what's going on with X. Elon Musk's stupid platform. It looks all scrunched. Doing well. Just getting everything all going here for the stream. Protest is getting started. You can go like up here just a little bit out of everybody's way. I'm gonna go to the other side of the street in a moment.
Hands off judges! 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 Hands off judges!
There he goes. So, give me a second, guys. It's almost ready. I'm almost ready to talk. I gotta share this out. Alright. Is Facebook up? Yeah, Facebook's good. Rachel, Facebook says it looks good. What up, John? Alright, alright, it's good to share. I didn't want to start sharing out a stream if we didn't have a solid one, you guys know what I mean? Okay. Alright. We're getting the description updated for you guys and everything. I'll have details here in a moment. Live on Twitch too, guys. We will be going to the other side of the street in a moment. Guys, all right, so we're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We'll go to the other side of the street. Sorry for everybody's way. All right, guys, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Protests after the arrest of Judge Hannah Dugan in Milwaukee. I'll read off some details here in a moment. Guys, we're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Almost done sharing it out. I don't know, I'm gonna have to switch over to my other account to see the comments on Facebook. Give me a second. Oh, I can share this to the 505. Hey, also on Facebook, share this to the 50501 page. Hello, Louisiana. I'll be able to see your guys' comments here in a moment. We'll get in there, don't worry. I'm solo dolo still. Shout out to my mods, but I'm getting everything all shared out and set up. Usually takes me about 10 minutes. What up? Guys, we're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Protests after the arrest of Judge Hannah Dugan in Milwaukee. We're getting the details up on my stream. I'm gonna make somebody talk. Calm down. Don't tell me what to do here. A lot of thumbs up, claps. Yeah, they tried and failed. They tried. They're gonna wear out their horn. That's what they're gonna do. Okay, let me get the microphone hooked up now. I can put that on there. Alright. Alright, sound check. Alright, we're doing a sound check here. Alright, hold on, we gotta walk away and do a sound check. Sound check. Yes, this is about the Wisconsin judge. Yep, can you guys hear me well? We are on the microphone. Alright, yep, I got you. Chill out, I got you guys. Promise. We will be getting in there. Alright, we're gonna go set up. Let me zoom out a little bit. Alright guys. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let me move that out of your guys' way. Got a microphone all hooked up. Everything's good to go. Let me get my backpack on. Everything's all shared out. Shout out to Mod Nikki for getting the stream shared out nice and proper. Alright. Let's lower it down a little bit. Alright. Alright guys. So here we are. We're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Kash Patel, FBI director, arrested Judge Hannah Dugan, and I'll read you guys out the details here. I posted this earlier this morning. You guys can catch this on my postings, but Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan was arrested by the FBI on charges of obstruction. Federal authorities allege that during a court session on April 18th, Judge Dugan assisted Eduardo Flores Ruiz, a Mexican national facing 3 misdemeanor battery charges in evading arrest by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. According to reports, she directed Ruiz and his attorney through a side door in a private hallway, allowing him to avoid ICE agents waiting to detain him. Ruiz was later apprehended after a foot chase and is currently in ICE custody. All right, so that is what happened earlier today after Kash Patel had arrested Hannah Dugan. But these are protests. The Hands Off Coalition called for an emergency protest, as you guys can see behind me, and everybody down the street at the Minneapolis Federal Courthouse following the arrest of Judge Hannah Dugan. Federal authorities under the Trump administration have charged Judge Hannah Dugan with felony obstruction, accusing her of assisting undocumented immigrant in evading ICE agents, a move protest organizers are calling a direct attack on judicial independence and due process. All right, and that is what we are at right now. We're going to be going in and talking to some people and showing you guys what's happening out here. All right, let me get a plus. Can you guys hear me well? Of course, Debbie. Of course. And I'll be giving you guys updates. I won't be on camera the whole time, but I'll be talking to some people here shortly. What up, Steve? It's good to see you. Good to see you. We are live out here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The best thing you guys can do is share the stream, react to it, leave a comment. I'll be trying to read your guys' comments as much as I can. All right, sir.
Wait.
Can you answer? Are you okay with the little street interview? All right. What brings you out here today?
Well, the blatant attack on our rights as enshrined in the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. Yeah.
Absolutely. So is this your first time protesting, or have you been kind of active lately?
I've been amping it up. I wasn't a protester most of my life, but it's very clear what's going on here. And it's time for everyone to get out of here like it's our jobs. Otherwise, we're not going to have a chance to do that in the future. They're going after the media. They're going after our legal system. They're going after the very roots of our society and our democracy.
Absolutely. What was the thing that brought you out here? Is it this event? Is it what event specifically the Trump administration has done that's brought you out, activated you, if I can say that?
Really, it's everything. It's the entire approach, which is the fascist playbook that all political scientists know, all histories of authoritarianism understand. The whole suite of actions that fascists always try, you see all of it. So it's not one thing, it's everything. We're out here to get rid of fascists, Donald Trump first and foremost, and really his whole cadre of toadies and sycophants and charlatans, most of whom just trying to make money off this. Okay, we need to get them all out.
Hey, what's your name, buddy?
My name's Nick.
Thank you so much for your time.
Take care.
All right, that was Nick. I'll go back here. The crowd's getting a little bigger. I got here early for once, guys. Guys, I got here early. All right. Put some comments in the chat what you guys want me to ask some people too. My thing is I just ask people what they're doing out here, and then they usually kind of will answer. They'll answer, you know, through that. Well, we're live out here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, you guys. I'm going to read some of your guys' chat comments. Well said, Nick. Proud of you for being early. Yeah, it's because I actually get to like rest and not do 18,000 things. Is it louder? How's the mic audio itself? Is it good can you guys hear well? It's a little, let's go down with it a little bit. The output gain's a little loud. We can turn that down a little bit to make it just a little crisper. All right, there we go. I think that made it a little better. That way I can actually like talk to people. All right, everything's good to go. Okay, so guys, again, we're out here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Protest is growing. Okay, we're gonna be going through, looking at some signs, talking to some more people. But again, this is Minneapolis, Minnesota. A lot of people, there's another protest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin as well. And people were kind of confused. Like, oh, they wanted me to go to that. Milwaukee is not the closest to get to very quickly. This beautiful city of Minneapolis gathers often to protest. So, you know, it's a 20-minute drive. And also in Wisconsin right now, they have like 3 or 4 different national events happening. So getting into Milwaukee would be tough right now, and also finding parking, and it would just be a nightmare between the NFL draft and the Milwaukee Bucks are in the playoffs, and I think there's another thing happening too. So, but there are protests happening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin as well as we speak right now, and likely other cities. I can only bring you guys what's happening here on the ground in Minnesota as best as I can. All right. So let's get in there now and go and talk and see some people. Let's go do a walk along the line. Oh yeah. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for joining the channel. Wisconsin's going crazy. All right, I'll try to read comments as best as I can. Keep leaving them. Yeah, let's go for a little walk here now. Hey, what brings out here today, sir?
Due process is guaranteed to all by the U.S. Constitution, regardless of their citizenship or not. And people are not getting due process.
Absolutely. What is your feelings of the Trump administration in general? Is this the first event that's brought you out here, or has it been previous events that you've come out to protest?
I've been out here for events like this since Inauguration Day, and I have been a vocal critic of him since the beginning of his first term. I think his personality disorders should have been obvious from the very beginning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. What's your name?
My name's Ken.
Perfect. Andrew Mercado from Mercado Media. Thank you for your time. All right, let's keep going down the walk over. Here you guys can see the line of people. Got the Deport Elon Musk bike out here. You have the U.S. Bank Stadium right down the road where the Vikings play. Everything's sounding good here. Yeah, judge was arrested. Okay, let me do... There we go, this'll help. This'll help. Silly trolls. There we go. You're welcome. You're welcome. My bad. I forgot to do that one on Facebook or on YouTube. I got you guys. All right. Actually, I think the audio is even better now. It was a little louder last time, but we're going to be good, you guys. All right? So again, you guys, we're Minneapolis, Minnesota. Live right down the street from where the Vikings play. Protesters gathered here against the Trump administration for arresting Judge Hannah Dugan earlier today. Protesters are calling it infringing on our Constitution and moves that authoritarian regimes, you know, these are steps towards that. Jailing judges, very, very slippery slope here. So again, guys, we're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota in the protest against the Trump administration. Of course, gas. You saw this on your phone. Glad you turned on your channel. Of course, thank you. Make sure you guys have your notification bell turned on as well if you haven't done so. If you could. Shout out to Mod Nikki. Mod Nikki getting everything put together at home. Guys, if you could get W Mod Nikki.
What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process.
Hello, hello.
Now. What do we want?
Super mods.
What do we want it? Now. Due process. What do we want it? Now. Due process. What do we want it? Now.
Hey, put in the chat where you guys are tuned in from if you could. Put in the chat where you guys are tuned in from. Put in the chat where you're tuned in from. Where are you watching? What up, New York? What up, California?
What do we do? What do we do?
Southeastern Minnesota.
It's under attack. What do we do? Stand up like that. When the independent judiciary is under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? Stand up like that. Stand up like that. Stand up like that.
Trying to get some more clips posted as well. What up, Colorado, Ohio? We got Southern Oregon, Colorado, Woodbury, Texas. Good to have you, Texas. Good to have you, Texas. Again, shout out to Mod Nikki. I gotta also double check my phone battery this time. Make sure we have good phone battery today. I brought extra battery today. We're good to go. Alright, I'm also on Threads, you guys. I'm posting to Threads. I'm on X too. We'll see if I asked Chris June if he'll be out here. I don't know if he will be or not. But I'll try to get some photos. Get as many pictures as I can. Alright, you guys are clicked on. Alright, let's walk over. I'm sharing some clips to my social media. These are also part of the greater 50501 protests that are taking place across the country on a regular basis that we've been covering since I think the first one was at the beginning of February. And I've been giving you guys coverage of all of them. And that's what we're going to be doing on Mercado Media, like old times. I'm getting even a post on Blue Sky. Alright, always have. Right, I need a phone. I need a battery check commenter too. I'm at 81% battery now. Alright, it's gonna be quick with the microphone. We lose battery quick. I got extra battery with me though. I got the battery pack. We're good to go, you guys. I'll show you my kit. I got a little kit. Alright. Nice. Chris says, good to see you on the street. Good to see you in the comments, Chris. Alright, everything's looking good, looking good, looking good. Okay, shared it all out. Okay, I should be able to share this to the 50501. Guys, on Facebook, react and share. That's the best way you can support. Give it a share, guys. Minneapolis, Minnesota, we're live in the protests against the Trump administration's actions and rising authoritarianism in the country. Also, I don't know if we can mod Nikki on Facebook, or if you guys can set the chat there. If you go to the dashboard and set the chat to follower only on there too, so we don't have trolls. Or maybe I can do it. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, who can comment on this? No, that's not the one. It's in the dashboard. It'll help the Facebook followers just clear it out a little bit. Similar to like YouTube. Alright, so again, guys, we are in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hands off judges! 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 Hands off judges!
Yeah, well, I didn't do this.
Hands off judges! Hands off judges! Hands off judges!
her.
Lisa and Heather. And I want to read part of a statement
Excuse me.
from the Wisconsin State Legislature. Dugan, which we all learned about this morning. So, listen
You
up.
guys hear from her?
All people are entitled to the due process in any functional democracy. That the arrest of Judge Hannah Dugan was announced by FBI Director Kash Patel on social media is indicative of the true goal of this action, to intimidate other judges into complying with this
Can you guys hear that here?
administration's authoritarian goals.
I know.
We, the undersigned members of the Milwaukee delegation of the Wisconsin State Legislature, condemn ICE arrests at sensitive locations like courtrooms, schools,
Thank you, Danny.
churches, and hospitals, places where people have an expectation of peace and safety. Due process is not just a fundamental right guaranteed by our Constitution, it is a matter of basic human dignity and compassion. This is a long statement. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to read the last sentence, which says, we call for the return to American law and order and an end to the administration's ham-fisted attempts to replace it with authoritarianism. We roundly reject fascism in the United States of America. Signed, Senators Chris Larson and Tim Carpenter on behalf of the Minnesota State Legislature. Thank you. Okay. Hands up, judges. 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 Hands up, judges.
Okay, cool. You could hear them. Thank you, Sarah.
Hands up, judges. 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 Hands up, judges.
I don't know why I look so silly on X. I'm not gonna stream to X anymore. Let's go over here. Chalk on this thing. And free judge Dugan. Hearing chants of it. Yeah, I think from now on I'm just gonna do YouTube and Facebook only again for streams. X doesn't work well, and I don't know what's going on Twitch. I tried though. So YouTube and Facebook for IRL streams. We are live on both though. Okay, guys, we're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hands Off Coalition leading an emergency protest at the Minneapolis Federal Courthouse after the FBI's arrest of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan, who faces charges for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant avoid ICE detention. The protest is part of a larger 50501 movement uniting groups like the ACLU, Women's March, Democratic Socialists of America against what they call escalating authoritarianism under the Trump administration. And that's where we're at. Hannah Dugan, Wisconsin. There's also a subsequent protest happening in Wisconsin at the same time.
This is not normal. The administration's arrest of a sitting judge in Wisconsin is a drastic move that threatens the rule of law. While we don't have all the details, this is a grave step and undermines our system of checks and balances.
Of course. Like,
Again, guys, live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Right down the street from where the Vikings play. Trying to get some good photos here too. Been many protests so far this year. Good to get back out and cover them again. Kind of get back to where we started. Okay. Gonna walk around there.
Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, oh, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, oh, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, oh, ho.
Let's see that. Sweet potato Hitler is round to its roots. Sweet potato Hitler. I have not heard that one. Sweet potato Hitler, guys. That's gonna be the one. Can I interview the Trump equals Russia guy? Yep, we're gonna go down, up and down. The crowd's growing a little bit. Crowd's grown a little bit out here in Minneapolis. It's just not the biggest protest ever, but it's an emergency action. You know, whoever's like available comes to these types of protests. Democracy. Yeah, sweet potato Hitler. Encourage everybody to like the video too if you could, and just share the stream out. Make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on for protests for the next 4 years. We're covering all of them. This is what we started doing in 2020. If you've been watching Mercado Media, shout out to you. So one side of the street kind of have the leaders of the group. Kind of a younger individual too. Looks like a protest of people that I don't usually see I mean, except for these most recent protests. It is not the, you know, because I mean, I've covered very, very spicy protesting, and, you know, the crowd that goes to a lot of protests are not, I mean, there might be one or two in here, but a lot of the people that are here, this might be their first time. It's sad, this channel used to have good war coverage. Now he's standing at the mall with senior citizens. That's funny. People say the same thing about, oh, you can leave those comments. Like, you can leave the comments that shit on my channel. It's fine. They help the channel. Mercado Media started covering in protests. War coverage was because the protests had ended. And then now you idiots elected Trump again, and now, but guess what? Protests are back. I told all my Ukrainian viewers of my war coverage too this would happen. I said, hey, you know, Trump gets elected again, I'm going to be doing what I did 5 years ago. And oh boy, are we out here. That was you during BLM? Yes, that was me. Minneapolis, out here in the fires. Imagine if we had 1080p fire coverage. Imagine the riots in 4K or whatever. That would have been nuts. Right down the road. Yeah, people found me like 5 years ago. Guys, again, we're in Minneapolis, Minnesota today. Emergency protest. There's a lot of social media around the protest, and I'm covering it. I'm keeping up to date with it all. I'm posting about them. I'm trying to keep everybody updated. I don't know why the trolls can't make up their mind. It's either people need to be at work protesting, or the people that clearly can take a Friday afternoon off because they're retired. Like, make up your mind what you want to be mad at. I don't get it. It's 3:45 on a Friday. I really don't get it. They can't make up their mind. It'll be literally like a Saturday. Why aren't everybody working? Bro, it's a Saturday. Okay, Friday at 3:30 in the afternoon. Why does the crowd look retired? Bro, what? Make up your mind. Like, what you're actually mad at. Yeah, plus hundreds of thousands of people have lost their jobs. People that are federal workers that have lost their jobs now because of Trump.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
You guys are just tuning in again. This is Minneapolis, Minnesota.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Downtown Minneapolis, outside the courthouse, federal courthouse in Minneapolis, Minnesota, after what protesters are saying that the Trump administration needs to keep their hands off the institutions of America. Signs like that, that's my new favorite one. Sweet Potato Hitler, I think that's my new favorite. Sir, can I get a picture with your sign? Independent media. Awesome. Mercado Media. Alright, I gotta ask for a picture of him. Sweet Potato Hitler. That's it. The sign is too good. I'm noticing also a lot of Ukrainian flags at these too. Honestly, Ukrainian and Palestinian flags. I think that's the actual big brain take, is to support both. That's the actual big brain move. Supporting Palestine and Ukraine. The crowd is getting a little bigger. It's going to be a 2-hour protest, you guys. We're going to be out here. I will have to unplug the mic soon, though, to save some battery and charge the phone. because we'll be out here. It's supposed to go from 3 to 5. I'm gonna let the crowd grow a little bit more. We got like a bigger sign too, guys. Let's go over and check that out really quick. Let's go check this out. I'm trying to stay off the bike path too. We got a bike path in between the crowd. Oh boy, this is reminiscent. We got chalk art here. Not bad. Very cool. Oh, look at that. All of the, so here, we'll start at the top. Alright, so we got hands off at the top. And then it goes judges, due process, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, IRS, immigrants, NIH, vaccines, medical research, Ukraine, public schools, Department of Education, universities, trans kids, the VA, LGBTQ, and Greenland. You probably had Canada to that. You probably had Canada to that list. Or Panama. Oh, it's Panama on there? No. That list is going to be a long one. The list will just keep getting longer.
What do they want?
Due process!
Now! What do they want?
Due process!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Due process!
What up, Titan?
Now! Due process! Now!
I want to go see the sign, but now I can't see the sign.
Hands off judges! Hands off judges! Hands off judges! Hands off judges!
Is everything good on you guys' end? Is it lagging at all? If it starts lagging, just rewind a little bit and let it buffer out. It's mobile stuff.
Hands off judges! Hands off judges! Hands off judges! Hands off judges!
Okay, no lag, good. It's probably just my end then.
Hands off judges! Hands off judges! Hands off judges! Hands off judges!
Yeah, I got the windscreen on, don't worry.
Hands off judges! 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 Hands off judges!
Big sign. They got the big sign.
Trump has got to go!
You guys over there still doing it.
Donald Trump has got to go! Oh! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey! Oh! Donald Trump has got to go!
Hey, shout out to 1,000 in the feed.
Donald Trump has
Sell the feed to AP.
Hey! Oh! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey! Oh!
Yeah, Minnesota's busy. Minnesota's been active. What did Prince say? Minnesota is the heart or whatever. I don't know what he said. I don't know what Prince said, to be honest, but he said something. He said some shit. Gotta move away from this big ass camera that sucks up all the cell coverage. Support Mercado Media, guys. I've almost got my streaming kit ready. Mobile holds it down, but the mobile can hold it down, but I got a streaming kit I'm trying to get. Yeah, Minnesota's out here.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
The crowds have been out, like the crowds at the Capitol that have happened so far, because we've had now at least one planned organized protest ahead of time per month now. Now I think there's up to 2 of them. We had 2 in April, 2 big ones. It went from 1 to now we have 2, and then eventually people are it's gonna just be protests, and whoever can get to whatever. And especially with the crowd, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, this crowd I hear is probably people that don't protest too often, or maybe again they've started protesting. He said he's America's pimp. The guy that drove by said Trump is America's pimp. But as this happens, more and more people are going to be motivated to come out and protest, maybe even for the first time. I've seen it time and time again. I've covered many movements, and I've covered wars, you know. I can say that now, unironically. Shout out to video games. Anyways, but many of these things, I've covered many movements now and protests, and I've seen many people that don't do protests come out to these ones. And you will see more organized, like I'd say further left-leaning protests. Those will happen. Those that, like more of the organizations that have been protesting for a long time. I disagree, Buzzy. I think seeing Palestinian flags and Ukrainian flags together in the same crowd is big brain. I think it's big brain. Of course. You can't find coverage from CBS on web because you don't need that. You need Mercado Media. You got Mercado Media on the ground. And I respond to you. CBS doesn't respond to you. They don't care about you. I got photos, you guys. I'll be uploading some later. I don't have any. I should have. This is an emergency protest, so I couldn't plan ahead.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
Everything's still clear.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what
Let me know if it starts lagging out on us.
Democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
We're at almost an hour of coverage, you guys, so far. We're live out here. Here, let's go over here and I'll check in with you guys here. Okay, let's do a check-in. Viewer check-in also. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Okay, guys, we've been live for about an hour out here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's go over here. I gotta obey some street. There is some street rules. You can't be on the bike path and whatnot. You just can't do what you want. So hold on, let me set this up properly. I know it's just me. It's just big me. Media Avengers. It's just Media Avenger. All right, everything good there. Let me make sure this is good. Okay. All right, everything's set there. All right, guys. Dallas, Texas. Good to have you. Anyway, guys, live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the Hands Off Coalition was leading this. You had Indivisible. Yeah, it's a fire truck. We're literally downtown, so you're gonna have city stuff happening. Regular city things. Yeah, they're off. They're going somewhere. Gotta block off the road. That's just fire trucks doing stuff. Alright, so the protests. The Hands Off Coalition, Indivisible, Twin Cities also shared this out, but also it's part of the 50501 protests that are taking place around the country. They're leading an emergency protest here at the Minneapolis Federal Courthouse after the FBI's arrest of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan, who faces criminal charges for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant avoid ICE detention. The protest is part of the larger 50501 movement, uniting groups like the ACLU, Women's March, and Democratic Socialists of America against what they call escalating authoritarianism under the Trump administration. And as you guys can see the protest behind me, in Minneapolis, guys. We're live on the ground out here. Back at it, boots on the ground again. If you left the channel for the last 3 years, go ahead and resubscribe. We'll be back covering these protests. And they're going to keep happening. I told you they would. They're going to keep growing, and especially when you have messaging like yesterday, where you have Trump putting Trump 2028 merchandise in his store. I mean, what is that about? Right? What is even that? Are people getting married? We are in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. There's a lot happening. There is a lot going on here. Arresting judges is just insane. Lines are being crossed. It's about rights. Yeah, this is like authoritarian regimes didn't just start out of nowhere. You know, authoritarian regimes didn't just start out of thin air. Oh, fire truck again. Big rig is out. Canada will not be Ukraine 2.0. So we can go up and down the line here. Lower this a little bit so I have some more control over it. We're not on the gimbal today, guys. It's a little windy for that. And I want to be able to monitor my battery a little better. That's what happened last protest. My battery died. And I came so ill prepared. And I said, all right, I need a time out on everything else I'm doing and get my shit back together again. So here you guys go. Here's, we got a sign, big sign. I already got a photo for you guys.
Hey, oh, Donald Trump has got to go. 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 Hey, oh, Donald Trump has got to go.
A little windy today too. I do have the windscreen on the microphone for you guys. It's the best I can do. Goes all the way up and down the street, you guys. Got some cars honking. You guys wanted me to talk to the deport Trump back to Russia guy. We'll talk to him in a minute. Talk to him in a moment here. Gas Fitter says many Canadians have already laminated their Geneva scorecards. Interesting. Very interesting takes I am seeing. Again, guys, this is Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's go talk to him. Sir, do you mind doing a street interview?
Who are you?
Mercado Media, independent. Independent media.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. No, didn't want to talk. Just want to stand out with a sign. A lot of people are out protesting for the first time, guys. He's like, nah. A decent amount of people since it just organized this morning. It didn't even organize this morning. It started like 3 hours ago, not even 4 hours ago. It just happened.
What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now.
Got business cards, guys. I gave him one. Wasn't interested.
What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process.
How far to St. Charles? Is that in Minnesota? Just go walk around the other side, man. I like that. No king emoji sign.
And as long as you love what we're doing, you can keep going.
There's also another protest coming up on May 1st. Of course, call me C, of course.
Hey, hey! Oh, Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey!
I get a couple pictures there. Elon equals lemon. Hey guys, if you're wondering, if you're tuned in, we're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Protests. There's an emergency action protest after the arrest of Judge Hannah Dugan by the Trump administration and the FBI today. Judge Hannah Dugan faces charges for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant avoid ICE detention. I protest ICE's Gestapo. If you guys ever come out to one of these, you can say hi and we can have a safety meeting. Man, I was at the Portland, Oregon protest. We'd be out there outside the fence getting gassed and then just smoking big blunts in the crowd, reporting live outside of the Federal Courthouse in Portland. When it was getting wild out there. I'm going to talk to this gentleman here in a minute.
What do we want?
This happened today in Milwaukee. Thank you. No, you're okay. You're okay.
You can just follow him around to due process.
What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Due process.
So they're set up on the other side of the road, guys. They have the microphone going to this side.
What do we want it? Now. Thank you so much for coming out today, everyone.
Let's get a battery check. Battery check. We're at 54%. Alright, we're doing okay.
We cannot tolerate anymore. We cannot let ignorance or hatred overcome good or common sense. We cannot stand by and watch as our neighbors and enemies are we must pick up the mantle to save our lives, regardless how we feel about it. We must be different from those currently.
You're hard to hear. It's okay, this is what an emergency action looks like. Someone with a speaker, microphone, protest. Just like that. That's exactly what an emergency action looks like.
The people united will never be divided. 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 The people
The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
It is pretty windy out here today, though. Hands off our judges, Mahmoud Khalil and Rumesa Osterk have no rights, neither do we, says that sign.
Every accusation is a confession. 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 Every accusation.
Okay, guys, this is an emergency action protest. A little windy. Rotate that way, save you guys from some of the wind. I do have a windscreen on, but it is windy in Minneapolis. It is a windy day. Kash Patel, the Trump administration today. This happened this morning. It's part of a wider protest just against the Trump administration in general that's been carrying over. They've been happening since the beginning of February. We've been covering most of them. That wind just started, man. It got real windy. Yeah, protests did come together pretty fast. People that were able to. It's a Friday afternoon in Minneapolis. I like he has a Stand With Ukraine sign too. I'd like to talk to the guy on the bike. He'll talk to us, I'm sure. Yes, Santos did get 7 years, 87 months. We reported on that this morning on the Facebook page. Let me check over on the Facebook comments. Oh yeah, there are some young folks out that were able to come out. It is a Friday afternoon after all, right?
Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey.
Due process, real patriots defend the Constitution. They got the big train horn. The guy's got the train horn on his truck. The guy on the bike is awesome.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey.
Deport Musk.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Donald Trump has got to go.
Where did you say you were from?
Mercado Media.
Mercado?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Donald Trump has got to go.
There's a couple kids speaking on the microphone.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Donald Trump has got to go. Hands up, our judges. Hands up, our judges.
Thank you from Arkansas. Everybody comment where you're watching from.
Our judges. Our judges. Our judges. Our judges. Now. Due process. Now. Due process. Now.
We got Illinois. Good to have you.
Our judges. Our judges.
Yeah, this is going to go until 5 o'clock, so it's going for another 45 minutes or so. But there are more protests planned, though, like for people that can gather off work on a weekend. People cheering in the cars as they're driving by.
Judges, hands up, our 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 judges, hands up,
Best thing you guys could do is just subscribe to the channel. We'll be covering all protests, you guys, for the next 4 years. There will be more. This definitely won't be the last one. So make sure you guys also make sure your notification bell's turned on. Turn that bell on. We have a Discord server for you guys too to join. Great Facebook server, Discord server to stay up to date with streams in our community. Also, we have a Facebook group, Renegades, on both Renegades Facebook, Renegades Discord server. You guys can be a part of it. Mr. Anderson says civil disobedience is not our problem. Our problem is civil obedience. Our problem is that people all over the world have obeyed the dictates of leaders and millions have been killed because of this obedience. Howard Zinn. Mr. Anderson, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the support.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Donald Trump has got to go.
Just gonna walk down the other side of the road now. I have some business cards, but I have to get new ones made. I have old ones. So I'll get that taken care of.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Person's happy. Thank you for the support, Mr. Anderson. I appreciate that. So all these people voted for Kamala? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm sure most did, but maybe not everybody. You got Trump voters going on record that they messed up. I mean, I would say, well, duh, but the come to Jesus happened for them, I guess.
Hey, thank you for covering
Of course. Hands off our judges. There's a couple hundred people that came out, short notice. It's an emergency action, so it's like last minute. You got to be on social media to see it, but it's still a good-sized crowd for how quick it was established and created. Again, you got Indivisible, Twin Cities, 50501 movement, ACLU, a few other groups out here, and just people that are mad at the Trump administration. What's the emergency? The Trump administration, what the protest calls an attack on our democracy, rising authoritarianism. When you have moves like the Trump administration jailing judges and also disobeying court orders. They've been disobeying court orders all year, including the Supreme Court. This was happening even before Trump became president again.
Elon Musk has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho.
Is this for the judge who was arrested? Yes, it is. Shout out to Mod Nikki. Mod Nikki did a great job of getting the description put together for you guys. Also, there is a stream title that'll let you know exactly like what's happening if you ever want to check it out. But I can't ever answer you right away. If you're like, what the hell am I watching? It's usually there. But again, guys, just to get you caught up, this is Minneapolis, Minnesota. Downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, outside the Federal Courthouse. This is a hands-off coalition, but also, again, like I said, part of the 50501 protest movement, which is the larger national movement that's been organizing. They've been responsible for organizing a couple of them, but honestly, they're amplifying grassroots protests too. That they can also, kind of like coalition build with it a little. I'm noticing, but it falls under that banner. And it helps the social media of it all and get the word out there to more people quicker.
No king! No king!
Indivisible helped share this out. That's where I saw the post. Indivisible Twin Cities.
No king! No king!
The No Kings movement too, part of the 50501. It's going to be a lot of them, you guys. But they're out here in an emergency protest. And again, the Minneapolis Federal Courthouse after the FBI's arrest of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. Mod Nikki, I got another one for you here. Could you redirect the stream to the Oblivion stream? Oh boy, this is a challenge mode for you. When you go to edit the stream, hit edit, and I think it's on the second page, and there's a redirect. And then you got to find you go to other channels, and it should be there, the Oblivion. Oh man, okay, never mind. Oh, we'll do it later. It's okay, Nikki. Shout out to Mod Nikki. That's yeah. we'll do hard mode stuff later. Shout out to mods. If it's not there, it's okay. It's honestly no big deal. No, for like after the stream ends, we got another half hour. We're gonna be playing Oblivion Remastered on my gaming channel tonight, you guys. Anyone that's interested after the protest, we can talk about it a little bit, but also unwind so we don't go nuts with all this every single day. See if we can see. Thank you. See if he's interested in chat. Sir. On the bike. I'm gonna chase him around here. See if he's here. He's pulling over. Hey, sir. Do you have a moment?
Yeah.
Awesome. I love your bike. It's cool.
Who are you with?
Independent media, Mercado Media. It's my own. I've been covering current events. I went to Ukraine 5 times covering the war.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you ever run into Oswar?
Say again?
Oswar Rahman? Did you ever run into him?
No. Is he on YouTube?
He was working with refugees in Ukraine and helping them find safe places and food and just trying to get people into safe places.
Of course.
Coming out of Ukraine.
Of course. Thank you so much for your service too. You're a Marine.
I am. I was 50 years ago.
My grandpa would say once a Marine, always a Marine. That's what he would tell. My grandpa was a drill instructor in the Marine Corps.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh yeah. So I was Army. I did 10 years Army. So we delivered trucks to the front lines. I have my independent news thing, so I kind of did 2 things at once.
So where did you do that at?
YouTube, Facebook, just my social.
Where did you do your service?
Oh, Alaska. I was stationed in Alaska, and then I did 9 months in support of Operation Enduring Freedom overseas, Middle East.
So are you in one of those outlying islands?
No, thank goodness. No, we were Fairbanks. We were mainland.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was in a line haul unit. I was at 88 Mike, so motor T.
Okay.
All right, so sir, again, I'm Mercado Media, Andrew. Can I just get your first name and then what brought you out here today?
My first name is John, and what brought me here is there's just too much going on. They're arresting judges. This guy running the country doesn't seem to understand what this country's about. He doesn't understand what our Constitution is. He's arresting people without due process and shipping them out to gulags in Central America, and there's a lot of good places in Central America. I don't want to put down Central America, but San Salvador or El Salvador is a gulag country right now.
Do you think this is a one-off situation? Are you worried that these acts by the Trump administration are going to continue?
It's clearly going to continue. When he puts the clowns that he's put in charge of the FBI, like Kash Patel, who doesn't have any concept of what this country's about. I have very big doubts where this country's going. It's just one thing after another, and he's trying to politicize everything. He's trying to politicize our government. That's not the U.S.
I agree, sir. Do you have a message for anybody at home that might be watching? They might not be uncomfortable with coming to a protest, or how they can raise their voice against this at home.
Come on down to the protest. The people here are fun. They're easy to talk to. Nobody's, while we may sound and look a little angry sometimes, you go up and talk to people. We're all friendly people. We're all your neighbor next door. And I've talked to probably 24 people today at the protest. These are our fellow Americans. They're people that work in grocery stores, people that work in offices, any number of jobs, salespeople. It's important that we get out and talk to our neighbors, do whatever we can. There's tons of things. Find out, talk to Indivisible, your local DFL unit, 5151 is another organization.
That's a good one.
And I'm sure you can find there's lots of stuff going on around Minnesota, and I urge you to be involved. Go to your caucuses whenever your caucuses are. Get involved. Let people know. Put signs out in your yard. The tide is turning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Again, first name, what's your name?
My first name is John.
John, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Of course, have a good one. Get him on his bike, John. Veteran, I'm not a sucker or a loser. There's a Marine veteran. Did you guys hear John well? I tried the best. I'm hoping the microphone sounded good. The wind died down a little bit. Okay, it looks like the list got a little longer now. Okay, let's go check. Oh, Canada was added. Okay, let's check out the list now. All right. You got hands off. Okay, you could hear him. Awesome. Hands off. Judges. Due process. Oops, I'm so sorry. Due process, Social Security, medicine, or Medicare, Medicaid, IRS, immigrants, the NIH, vaccines, medical research, Ukraine, public schools, Department of Education, universities, trans kids, the VA, LGBTQIA, Greenland, Canada, Gaza, Yemen, veterans, FEMA, NOAA, and National Park, and the USPS. You could probably do like 10 blocks of things with. They're just gonna keep getting. This list is just gonna keep growing. I'm trying to get a good photo. I'm trying to get a solid photo. See if I can snipe one. It's good.
Free Judge Dugan. Exactly.
And free Judge Dugan chants. Are you okay with a street interview? Sure. Mercado Media, just my own independent media. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. Andy Mercado. All right, yeah. So just what brings you out here today? First name first, and then what brings you out here today?
My name's Wyatt. W-Y-A-T-T. I'm out here because I see this latest move by the FBI as part of the Trump administration's ongoing attack on immigrants, on people who support immigrants, and repressing political dissent in general.
Is this one of your first actions, or do you come out to actions often?
I tend to go to some protests. Yeah.
What are some? Do you think this is a growing concern, or is this something that you've kind of been aware of like the threat of Donald Trump?
I think it was clear from his campaign that he intended to do a lot of this. I think after his first administration, some of us were wondering, well, will he actually be able to do it? And it seems like this time around he's a little more committed. He's got a little more consolidated Republican Party behind him this time. So we need to come out in the streets and consolidate our movement to fight back.
Absolutely. And then I noticed your Palestinian flag. Do you have any messaging around that? Anything you'd like to say around that?
Mahmoud Khalil, the Columbia student who's still being detained despite a judge's orders in Louisiana, was one of the very first big, high-profile instances of political repression that this Trump administration did. So I think it's sort of an instance of first they came for the Palestinians. And in general, I think it's just really important to highlight that Trump has a plan for Gaza. He is totally supportive of Israel and the genocide it's committing in Palestine. And so if we are fighting back against Trump's agenda, we have to fight back against that as well, because if he can get away with supporting a genocide and just doing these totally cruel, extreme acts of repression against the Palestinians, that kind of thing is going to come over here too. So we have to fight back when we see that sort of thing anywhere in the world. Absolutely. When it's our government who's behind it.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you so much for your time, buddy. You have a good one. All right, Wyatt out here. Let's keep going, talking to some people. My windscreen came off my mic for a second there. Sorry if it got really, really windy. Hands off our national anthem. So I want to talk to this guy. Seth resign. Chalk Walk, based Wyatt. Here, you know. Excuse me, sir. Are you okay with a street interview? If I can hold the mic, you just talk, or are you okay?
I'm not.
Thank you, sir. No problem. Slava Ukraine. See, some people don't want to talk. He wants to chant though. He's like, I'm saving my voice for chanting. Yeah, it's a gusty wind. Yeah, it is a cool flag, I tell you what. Yeah.
I'm just one of the organizers.
Cool.
If you have any questions.
Awesome. Could I have the card? Awesome. We're with Indivisible.
Indivisible Twin Cities.
Yep.
This little emergency rally was organized by us and by Minnesota 5051 and by the Women's March.
Perfect, because I've been shouting it out because this is where I actually saw it from. I saw it from you guys. Yeah. Perfect.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
And who are you with?
Mercado Media. Mercado Media. Yep.
Media.
Oh, yeah. Independent. It's just my own. Started it 5 years ago. Indivisible Twin Cities.
Now that we know about you.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yes. I'll leave a comment on your stuff, and also I can reach out to you as well.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome.
Great.
Would you? Are you okay with an interview, or do you have a person that does interviews?
I can do it.
Okay, or just to ask you about maybe the event and a couple of things.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Are you?
I'm gonna do it right now.
Perfect. Okay, let's just do it right here, and we'll get it set up then. All right. We're all squared away. So we can hear some more about what's going on. Alrighty. Ready to go? All right. Okay, so let's go with just first name, then the organization, and what you're doing out here.
Yeah, my name is Rebecca. I'm with Indivisible Twin Cities. I'm one of the co-leaders. And we're here today specifically because of the arrest of the judge in Milwaukee. But more broadly, we are here because we're concerned about the attacks on the judiciary and by the Trump regime, the Trump administration, and what we're seeing as authoritarian attempts to really get in the way of the rule of law, due process, and just our court system in general. We were first very concerned when he ignored the court order to turn the plane around that was carrying Venezuelans to El Salvador. He's been dragging his feet on the request by the Supreme Court to facilitate the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And so in general, we're just seeing these things that indicate that the Trump administration is not following the rule of law and due process and is not really honoring the judiciary as a third co-equal branch of government.
Absolutely. Is this a new concern? Is this a rising concern? Has your organization been out protesting historically, like in the first administration? What is indivisible around all of this, and then also the purpose?
Yeah, it's a rising concern for sure, because since the second inauguration of Donald Trump. But our group, Indivisible Twin Cities, is part of the national movement. And so we've been around for quite a while, and our main goal is to increase civic engagement and hopefully get people to turn out for things like this, but then also, learning how to do more than just vote. And we know voting is important, but that's not always enough, as evidenced by what's going on right now. So we are just encouraging people to do what they can, find their niche, find an issue they care about, and continue to make their voice heard.
Absolutely. And then I was just going to ask you, what can people that might be watching at home that might not be comfortable maybe at a protest, or they want to but they're not so sure, how can they get connected?
Yep, and a lot of people are not comfortable coming out to protest. We recognize that. Indivisible Twin Cities, we encourage people through social media and special events to take action with their legislators, to learn more about the issues that are going on, to talk to their friends and relatives and family members about what's happening, because one of the ways that we're going to fight back this authoritarianism is for people to speak up and talk to people around them, even if it's uncomfortable. But we'd love them to, anybody can join our work too and become a volunteer and join the different ways that we take action.
Thank you so much for your time. Name again? And
Rebecca Larson, Larson.
Larson. Thank you, Rebecca. You have a good one. Okay, Rebecca Larson. I'm taking a knee. Doing a knee thing. All right.
And now it is over. Thank you so much for joining in, Ryan.
Man, if I would have taken a knee, I don't know if I would have gotten up. That's tough. Knees don't work like they used to. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Thank you.
Of course. Yep. Mercado Media. Mercado Media.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Awesome. No problem. Knees don't work like they used to. Get back over to me. Okay. I'm doing the best I can to mitigate the wind. It's like on and off, right, with the wind. Trying to get it like tucked in there. Guys, if you could, spank the like button. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Is everything clear? It shouldn't be laggy for anybody. Let me get a plus in the chat. Let me get a big plus in the chat. Battery check, we're at 26%. All right. We can ride it out a little longer before I have to plug it in, and we're gonna have to unplug the phone battery. This protest is supposed to go until 5 o'clock.
In case you are not aware, there is a protest happening on May 1st. The rally is at 4:30 p.m. and the march starts at 5:30 to the Minnesota State Capitol. And it starts at 75 Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Another protest on May 1st.
For our friends, the immigrants. May 1st. Tell me.
May 1st.
Tell me.
May 1st at 4:30. No, you'll never forget. This is, thank you, Michelle. Thank you for the support there. Well, we're not going to miss it. We'll be out here. Hey guys, we're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is live. You are watching live right now. Minneapolis. Right outside the Federal Courthouse. Emergency action. Thank you, Sinan, for the 5 gifted. Thank you for the 5 freaking gifted. Coming in hot on YouTube. Thank you, Renegade Chungus. Let's go down here. Saying demand due process. Some of the chat.
You know what's really scary is what's going on with our education institutions. What's going on with Harvard, the University of Minnesota,
Yeah.
all the state colleges. I mean, they're you know, this is really scary. I mean,
Yeah, it's not normal, or like it's a step into authoritarianism. I wouldn't say we're like in full blown authoritarianism right now, but this
we're heading in that direction. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's trying what he's doing with the attorneys in Washington D.C. that he's rejected their security clearances. We know he's politicizing the armed services. Only people loyal to him, not loyal to the country, but loyal to Donald J. Trump. And so this is why I'm out here. This is not what I went to Vietnam or with any of the people I've served with.
We didn't serve to give away everything that we swore an oath to defend, right?
That's correct. So.
All right, sir.
He's one of the organizers of Ties.
Oh yeah, I should talk to him too.
His name is Clarence Richards.
Clarence, okay. Talk to Clarence. Clarence Richards. John has some concerns. John's pretty concerned. John gets it. John gets it, guys. I could just hear my gaming chat. Yeah, John. Stay away. Crowd's thinning out just slightly. There's still about maybe 50 to 75 people out there. We got up to a little under 200 people, I'd say, about an hour ago. But it is a emergency action. It's a Friday afternoon. You know, these aren't going to be the biggest protests, but it is cool. Like, I've been to emergency actions that have 5 people at them. Hey, we're at 20% battery check. 20% battery check. We got 10. This goes for 10 more minutes ish. I think this protest. We might make it. We might make it here. We might make it, guys, without having to unplug the mic. The mic drains the phone battery because we're using power from another thing. All right, let's go up a little bit here. Give you guys a report what's going on, what the hell we're doing out here, what the hell the group is doing out here. We're out here to report on it. All right, guys. So again, we're live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Protests after the arrest of Judge Hannah Dugan. You guys can see behind me. There's a crowd of about 50 to 75 people now. Okay, crowd about 50 to 75 people. It started at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, so about a couple hours of protesting so far that have taken place out here in Minneapolis. You got the Hands Off Coalition and then Indivisible Twin Cities led an emergency protest here at the Minneapolis Federal Courthouse. You guys can see right behind me and behind the crowd. After today's arrest of FBI's arrest of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan, who faces charges for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant avoid ICE detention. The protest is part of the larger 50501 movement that we've been covering on Mercado Media since the beginning of February, when it was negative 20 outside or whatever it was. And shout out to everybody that went to that also. Minnesota's been out here since the cold in the Arctic. It's part of the larger 50501 movement, uniting groups together, like I mentioned, Indivisible, Twin Cities, and others. But right now, it's just Indivisible, Twin Cities, and the 50501 movement today at this protest kind of gathered everybody in what they call escalating authoritarianism under the Trump administration. And I would have to agree, personally. I would have to agree. Yes. So again, you guys can see the crowd, about 50 to 75 still out here. We're right down the street from US Bank Stadium where the Vikings play. Minnesota Vikings play. We also have the NFL draft going on tonight. People asked if I could get to Milwaukee, but it's just pretty busy in Wisconsin right now between the NFL draft and the Milwaukee Bucks are in the playoffs. It's a pretty packed city and area right now. A lot of draft parties there in Wisconsin. We're out here in Minneapolis though, guys. I can get you guys local protests anytime. Many are happening too, even unscheduled protests like this, or like non-main, like mainline protests with the 50501. When the 50501 protest started, we weren't sure about them. They started on Reddit by randoms, and I was like, oh man, this could be a setup. I don't know what this is, and I predicted it, I think, at the end of the first one, and I think, oh, these are going to continue. There's going to be just people that are gathering to protest against the Trump administration, and that's going to continue. And that will continue. You want unity, but only if you think, like, what does that mean? If you truly have actual questions about this, I can explain some of it, but other than that, the protest will kind of explain itself. That's what I found over the years. Yep, the horn tapping. People that drive by agree with it. Guys, we got about 8 minutes left in the protest, at least on the schedule. 17% battery. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to be okay here. Again, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Even if you've been watching on Facebook, come on over and watch on YouTube. From now on, it's going to be YouTube and Facebook streams for IRL. Twitch and X just are not. They don't like the IRL streams for me. It is pretty windy outside, but if there was no wind, it'd be a nice day to go for a walk down here. Downtown Minneapolis, guys. That's US Bank Stadium right down the road. Federal Courthouse, or like right in the center of Minneapolis. Let's go walk over there and hear some of the protest organizers.
Exactly what their job is. They are representing the people that vote them into office. And if they don't like the fact that their constituents don't like their choices, then they should step down. even want us around or thinks about us. Let's go back to trading and bartering. They can't tax us this way. And what better way to say no taxation without representation than to circumvent the very thing they try so hard to get us to participate in?
That's what those tariffs are, by the way.
Repair clothes by asking your neighbor to help using a sewing machine and stop buying as much as you can to show that we can live without them as much as they have worked into major parts of life. We have shown the world how dissatisfied we are and the current administration is doing, and we need Trump and friends to realize the only reason they are there is because of us, unfortunately. Not the 1%. A prime example is the Wisconsin Senate race. Do we all see how much the 1% tried to swing things to their favor and still
Elon Musk tried. Elon Musk tried.
With this win, they realize exactly what they need to keep themselves in power. With this win, it caused a stir in our caucus that they need to do something before they lose their ability to make everything easier.
You guys down for an interview? A street interview? All right. You want to be in it too? All right, you can just stand like right there. That's perfect. Here, yeah, stand like right where the red is. So that way we can see you both. Yeah, let's go like, yeah, right there. Perfect, right there. You can stand there. Cool. All right, I'm into Mercado Independent Media. Mercado Media on YouTube and Facebook. It's like social media news and Instagram and stuff. So you guys tell me what brought you out here today. Your signs, due process, and you were on the mic too. Just explain everything. What's going on?
Well,
what's your name too?
Well, I'm Burke Benson. I've been to a few protests now. I just when they arrested Judge Dugan in Wisconsin, that was yet another step too far, I think. So we already had these signs in the car from our last protest we went to when we were protesting the deportation of Garcia. And it's too much.
Right.
We can't. This can't be happening in the United States.
Right. So may I ask you? You guys seem pretty young. How old are you guys?
I'm 14 years old.
14.
I'm 13.
14 and 13. Do your parents bring you guys out here, or you just?
My dad's down there with with the other due process son.
Oh, your dad's out here too. I'll have to ask your dad a question or two and say hi to him. But so you guys just come out here together? What do you feel about everything right now? I mean, when I was 13, 14, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't thinking about the country or like the U.S. Like what makes you so interested in this topic?
Well, we shouldn't have to be thinking about it right now, but we have to. We need all the we need all the help we can get. So if we're, I mean, I feel like I should be. I mean, the future is going to be. I'm spending the rest of my life in the future, so I'd like it to be as good as it can be.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like you were planning for the future. That's how I see it too, buddy. Where is your dad's down there with the signs? You have the sunglasses on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll just go. I'm gonna go. We can go. I'm just going to talk to you. You don't have to come with. You don't have to come with. But and your name? What's your name again, buddy?
My name's Burke.
Burke.
I'm Lucas.
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you. You guys have a good one.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. You know, talk to his dad. Their dad. They're just out here. We have like a minute or two. So these guys get to talk to them anyways. These kids are out here. 13 and 14. Hey, sir. Are you okay with a little street interview real quick?
Absolutely.
I just talked to your boys, so I wanted to make sure. Yeah, they were great. They were great. I was like, where's your dad? I don't want to.
They're good boys.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
So what brings you out here?
There are many things.
Yeah.
I would like 3 co-equal branches of government again.
Yeah.
I'd like Congress to grow a spine, and I would like the judiciary to be able to function as it's intended.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is this something that you just started getting inspired about, or have you been coming out to these protests?
I've been out to a few of these now. I'm fortunate to be self-employed, and so I'm happy to come out here and have a flexible schedule and stand up for people who might not be as lucky as I am.
Right.
So,
and speaking of that, what is your message to people at home that might be like seeing this, they want to get involved, but they're kind of nervous? What do you say to them?
It's easy to come out here. I've been to maybe half a dozen of these in the Twin Cities recently. They're very chill, it's laid back. if you're worried about it, it's cool. Like, just come out and stand up. And our First Amendment is first for a reason. You gotta get out and participate in the process and use your voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Again, Andrew Mercado from Mercado Media. What's your name again?
My name's Nick. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Nick. And also your boys. So you have a good one.
Take care.
All right. That was Nick, you guys, with the due process sign. Yeah. Bringing the kids out. Sorry, I didn't have the camera focused, laser focused. It's like getting windy and it's blowing my stand away. Oh, we got 10% left. We got like another minute. We got 10% left. We can do it. Just hold the sign down. Let's go over here. Oops. Crowd's thinning out, guys. It's all good. Perfect timing for me. You'd plug in. Nah, it's about to be GG's here in a second. I'm gonna see it. We got 11%. I'm gonna push it. Now we're gonna see. We're gonna let it ride. Oops. All right, that's the protest. Let's see. Sir, can I ask you a couple questions? Street interview. All right, right there is perfect. I want to make sure I get you on the screen. All right, cool. All right, sir. First name. Oh, by the way, I'm Andrew Mercado from Mercado Media, independent media, completely.
Okay.
Community funded YouTube channel, Facebook. First name, and then what brings you out here?
Okay, I'm Clarence Richard. I'm out here to save democracy. I'm a veteran. I visited Dachau as a young soldier, and I was very cognizant of how we could lose our democracy to fascism, and now fascism is at our door. And now we have to be able to stand up to this in time before we have a complete loss of our democracy. So that's why I'm here. I took an oath to defend our Constitution, and defending my Constitution takes precedence over taking orders from my president, my commander-in-chief. I took an oath; it never expired on me. I am defending the Constitution till I die.
Absolutely. Thank you again for your service so much, sir, to this country. As a veteran, I mean, do you want to inspire other veterans to come out? Do you want to help the people? Like, what is your purpose?
Sure you can.
What are you trying to do specifically for the? No, it's okay. No, it's fine. Okay. For the protest movement, what's your personal message you're trying to get out?
My personal message is stand up while we have a chance, standing up now together, just like all these people right here, and be not afraid, because there's more of us than there are of them. There are more good people than there are bad people. There are more middle class and poor people than there are the rich billionaires who want to turn this into an autocratic government, and we can't afford that. It's not good for the planet, it's not good for your kids, it's not good for anything.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. You have a wonderful day.
You bet.
And I'd like to say I saw him and I got purple power. We need both parties.
Yeah.
We need both parties to win this. And so I'm just hoping we can get together and get our democracy, because right now we don't have a democracy.
What's your name, ma'am?
Terry Day.
Terry Day. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Purple Power. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm a diehard Vikings fan, so I'll do purple. I'm with Purple Power all day. Oh yeah. All right. All right.
I just wanted to thank you for covering all the protests.
Of course.
My name is Jean. I just found you on YouTube and social media a little while ago, so I really appreciate your being here.
Of course. Always.
Covering everything.
Always. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, guys. Really quick. Let's sign out quick. And
Yeah. I'm all about good trouble.
Awesome.
This was the Washington Post 6 years ago.
Cool.
I do have YouTube. I got my own website.
Oh, I can reach out to you then.
So if you want to see a lot of the good trouble, I've been with my YouTubes. I'm trying to get these two parties. This is what we have to have for democracy.
Oh yeah, you got it. So I'll reach out and I'll send you the stream too, so you can see yourself. Got you, buddy. Yep.
Thanks a lot.
All right, no problem. All right, guys. Well, that's it for here for the protest coverage. That's it. Everyone went home. You can see kind of the, you got the cleanup in the background there. Or maybe you stay to the end. Full protest, like old times. All right, let me adjust this quick here. Peace. Another good one. All right. So I got a card here. Of course. Thank you for hosting it.
Hopefully you got your good shit.
Oh yeah. Always. Okay. So again, guys, just to give a final summary of what happened. This was a hands-off protest. Okay, with indivisible Twin Cities. They led an emergency protest at the Minneapolis Federal Courthouse, which is right here you guys can see to the left of your screen, after the FBI's arrest of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan, who faces charges for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant avoid ICE detention. People came and protested, had their voices heard, chanted. It's part of a wider 50501 movement and also other grassroots movements against the Trump administration, what protesters call it, rising authoritarianism within the United States. You got multiple flags, a lot of geopolitical concerns too that are attached to this. You're going to see Palestinian flags, you're going to see Ukrainian flags, you're going to see American flags, you're going to see upside down American flags, you're going to see a bunch of different stuff happening at these protests, guys, and we're going to give it to you live as best as I can every time, as long as I have a solid connection, which I did today, so thankfully we had that. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for future live reports on the ground. Check out the channel. This is what we did for the first few years of Mercado Media. We've been covering war for the past few years. We'll still be doing that like once a week, but we're really going to be focused on these protests and this movement against the Trump administration. So again, make sure you're subscribed, notification bell turned on as my phone's going cattywampus from all the wind today. Battery's about to get drained. Also follow on Facebook. You guys can become members of the channel. Thank you to everybody that is a member of the channel. It supports Mercado Media directly and helps me continue coming out and providing independent news to you guys and independent reports. Join the Discord server. Link is in the description. Make sure you're following on all of the socials so you guys stay up to date. I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Threads, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on all of it. Everything. I'm on all of it. So follow me on your favorite. I'll be uploading some pictures later. I snapped some photos, so I'll upload some of it and also talk about it in a subsequent post. I'm going to be live tonight on my gaming channel. You guys can check that out, Mercado Gaming on YouTube. I'll be playing Oblivion Remastered if you guys want to relax with us tonight. I'll be playing that about 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to go eat now. Enjoy the rest of my afternoon and hope you guys do as well. Stay plugged in and I'll see you guys on the next one. From Minneapolis, Minnesota, Andy Mercado from Mercado Media. Take care.